Okay, so 1 week ago, I totally tore down my apiary and relocated my 4 hives, along with reducing them to a 1 level hive for preparation for wintertime. I wanted my bees to be able to make it through the winter and have a good, strong brood. That way, they would be able to have a good chance of surviving the cold months here in Tennessee. So, I'm going to show you what I've done and explain the process, and hopefully, sorry, hopefully, if anybody's having problems with hive beetles or varroa mites, this is what you need to do. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take you over here to this is my weakest hive. And again, just wanted to, sorry about the shaking. I have to put my gloves on. I do not, I do not do this without protective equipment. I'm not trying to be like everybody else that runs around with just a veil on. That's not safe, especially if you are an experienced beekeeper and this is my first year. Plus, I'm not promoting anyone getting themselves in harm's way. So, and also all of my beehives, equipment, and honeybees, supplements have come out of my own pocket. No one sponsors me. No one contributes. And thank you to Tony. You are a blessing. And my friends and family that have encouraged me in doing this. Look at them. They have all been satisfying themselves on the honey stores that they have built up. And it's just like a Thanksgiving dinner. One big happy family relaxing after a big Thanksgiving dinner. So what I did was I reduced this. I eliminated the outside holes, extra entrances rather. I got these strips off of Amazon, and I will get you a price, and I will put it either in my next video or the link. And I also got beetle blasters, because they're going to be putting a lot of the propolis onto the outside of the hive, like this right here. It's going to be sealed up. So this strip here has an acid on it that it's actually safe for the bees, but detrimental to varroa mites. I did not have or see any in the hive, but I'm using it as a preventative because they are, again, going to be sealed up in the winter months with the supplemental feeding. The beetle blasters, I will get an exact price off of Amazon. I believe it was $14.99 for 10 or 15 of them. But what I have done was I've put my oil, any kind of oil. Some people do use the beetle trap oil. I just put vegetable oil in there because the bees aren't going to get in it. It's only for them to corral, so to speak, the hive beetles down in there. And in doing that, they drowned, the beetles drowned, and they smother and they kill themselves, or get killed rather. Just checking out you can tell that they've been gorging on the honey stores because their bodies are just like coated with honey. So what I have done also is this frame here, this frame, and the other outer frame that I have here, I have taken the comb out to reduce the amount of honeycomb that they're going to have to protect from the hive beetles. and varroa mites. Also with the wax moths, they will get into the hive and lay their larvae. When that happens, also, you need to remove any frames with the damage. If you have a frame of honeycomb and you want to save it, you can cut that part of the frame out. It's not going to hurt it. The bees know exactly what to do. They will rebuild, and they will do what they need to do to get themselves ready for another brood, the queen laying, whatever. And let me think. I'm wondering if there was anything else. They just look so content. Also, my dad, he's got a friend that has invited me, and I've been invited to several swarm catches. I have respectfully declined for right now. The breed of honeybee that I have is a golden Italian. They are very mild mannered. They're not aggressive. I'm trying to keep a certain level of integrity with the bees that I do keep. I do not want aggressive bees, the wild honeybees, the Africanized bees, or the Brazilian bees. Some people may want to do that, but right now, with my money, my personal investment, I'm going to do what I want to do and honor that integrity and only keep the non-aggressive, the mild-mannered honeybees. So, also in consideration with that, the honey tastes a lot different. It's not, it doesn't have, the taste that, it tastes a lot more mild, in other words. Also, depending on the type of foliage that's blooming around. In this case, I have goldenrod. And also, if I do decide to sell that, it'll be good for allergies. It has to be, I think, within a 20-mile radius to be effective for allergies. So if you are utilizing local honey for your cooking, allergies, tinctures, what have you, please keep in mind that it does need to be within a 20-mile radius. It's the best antibiotic that you could ever have for cuts, wounds, sore throat, etc. Allergies. I could not take a lot of antihistamine, so I was given honey, local honey, and it worked. No reaction whatsoever, as far as I was concerned. But I just wanted to get on here real quick and let you guys see what I did as a preventative for the mites, the hive beetles, and the wax moths that are in this area. Also, keep in mind this here, I'm going to clean out around it, and I'm going to put weed cloth as well as rock for drainage. So that's going to help my little bees avoid having a lot of the hive beetles also. There is a product, and I will price it for you. It's called the Guardian for your hive entrances. If you are choosing to use a reducer, it goes with that also. A lot of people seal up the entrance and just use the escape holes for them to come into the hive. Also, the holes in the top that I have drilled, I'm gonna leave them because for the new people like myself, it reduces the condensation on your honeycomb, and the inside of your brood box and your honey super, so you're not getting a lot of mold. Now I do have a little bit because it has been sealed, and it has had rather an inner cover on it. I try not to use a lot of those. That gives the bees room to corral the hive beetles if necessary. It also gives them a little bit of room to move around. So anyway, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Sorry about all the explanation, but it is a lot of information. I'm going to try to do a couple subject specific videos, but I wanted y'all to see what my little bees were up to. Again, this is my weakest hive. I had to reduce, I had no choice. But I'm trying to keep the integrity of, keeping the bees and not having a lot of the nonsense with the pests and whatnot inside of the hives. I want them to survive, and I want them to flourish, and I want them to be happy. So anyway, there's that. You guys have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you're at. And thank you to my family and friends. Y'all are such a blessing, and Tony. And I love you guys so much. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, wherever you are.